Hello, you got a documentary with your girl here, Tasha T. Coming to you, Vista Views, baby. We up high. We up high. Thanks for joining me on my walk. And this series, we're talking about what's going on with these women. The last show, we were talking about women as women. Today, I want to talk to us about women as mothers. Okay? Because mothers, in fact, are making children, right? I give you props for being able to provide, doing what you have to do to make sure your children them eating and all of that. But when the man them to catch you every time, ladies, they does breed us or get us pregnant at their whim. And in this age and this independent revolution what we got going on here, that shouldn't be. So you meet a man, you have children, you have 2 or 3 children already. You pick up a man who don't have no children. He helping you with yours. You thinking, wow, you hit the jackpot because you get a man who checking for you on them levels and he checking for your children them and blah blah blah. The first thing you want to do is you want to go breed for he. Or the first thing he want to do is he want to breed you. Okay? So he don't meet you with 2, 3 children and he know want to breed you because at the end of the day he want his own child. Right? Okay, you can't fault the man for wanting a child. But ladies, we can't be in a situation where we're struggling. We don't have 3 children, we don't got 2 different men, we ain't learning nothing, you know, but we still continuing the cycle. So you get involved. I got going. So you get involved, you know, with this man and he want to breed you and whatever. So you get breed. You get breed, right? So now, after now, you get breed, you bring his child now, he start to move different. He moving different. Like you could have seen how you're dealing with your children, them, you know, but you were grateful for the fact that he picked you up with his children and he seemed to offer some kind of hand when you needed it. But all of that was a ploy. So he breed you off now, you get a child for he, and guess what? He ill-treating your children, them. He trying to, you know, put enmity between his child and your children, them. He trying to get you to get involved in a foolishness where he want to have his child separated from yours and all them is your children and all that and this and that and this and that. And guess what? You're going along with it because now you have 4 children by 3 different men. So you want to go along with what he's saying. And sometimes it'll get worse than that, you know. Sometimes it'll be a situation where these men will start abusing your children physically. You understand? You start to, if these boys start to mistreat them, you know. Some of them, you heard horror stories of some of the things them that women doesn't know about and allow men to do to their children or they themselves inflict on their children for sake of man. What going on with us, ladies? What going on with us? At the end of the day, that is your child. Them is your children. You have to protect your children at all costs. What the heck I see going on with the news, in the news where, you know, fathers marking everybody. Just this morning I open my feed. 1 man killed 8. 4 were belong to him and other 4 didn't belong to him. Along with the woman, but she's still fighting for her life. And I think the police catch up with him, so he gone. So imagine if she make it. Imagine if she make it only 2 hair. She had 8 and now she have none. How you get to a situation like that? Things like that just don't happen one time. Just so. It's signs. It's concessions being made. It's going along with things you know deep in your heart you shouldn't be going along with. You understand what going on with us, ladies? What going on with us? We need to do better on the choosing front. We need to do better in securing ourselves. In this day and age, no woman shouldn't be getting pregnant unless they want to. Unless they want to. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get catch off guard, you know. Yeah, I get catch off guard a couple of times. Half of my children were planned, half of them wasn't. I get catch too. But ladies, but all of my children were for the same person. You understand? That was my family. But for women who you just gone from here to here, 1 month later, boops, you pregnant. You gone from here to there. 2 months later, boops, you pregnant. You ain't in the situation long enough to see what going to unfold. Remember, we need to stop that. We need to stop that, and we need to take better care of these children. Sometimes we know that the men molesting the children them. Sometimes you know, and you want to play ignorant. Sometimes the children will come and say, and you defending man over your children, over your child, them things is wrong for them kind of thing. Don't put your children in no situation like that. Guard yourself better. Protect yourself better. Learn. We think we're smarter than men. And in some ways we are, but in a lot of ways we not. They still getting the one up on us every time. And guess what they're going to do now? After they add into your struggle, they're going to get up and go. So guess what? You're now with 4 children by 3 different men. And then now, hey, what they going to tell you? You think our next man going to wire you? You think a man going to wire you? Nobody going to wire you. All you going to get is right off. I can't tell you though. I cannot take they don't tell you because they feel safe because they don't want you, nobody else ain't gonna want you. But that's how it is. Women, tend yourself, care for yourself, treat yourself how you want others to treat you, and you will see the revolution. My husband picked me up with 4 children. 4 whole children I had when he picked me up, and I asked him, I said, your friends or your family ain't never ask you. And then I can't go me. I hate kind of, let me move. Your friends or your family never ask you why you pick up somebody with so much children. I asked him that. I asked him that, and he tell me nah. I don't know if he telling me the truth, but he tell me nah. But I tell you what, his friends and family did tell him. His friends and family did tell him, you ain't gonna get no child with she. And they would see me, you ain't gonna give my this, my that, whatever, a child. So I ask him, I say, he tell you he want one? That's my first question. He tell you he want one? Because I know I didn't want any more children. One of the requisites when I was looking, man, was that I find a man who had his children and who didn't want no more children. So the first 2 questions I asked my husband were, hey, you have children? He said, yes. I say, how many? He answered. I say, you want more children? No, it don't matter to me. I don't want no more children. I go to the right guy. I say, you sure? He said, yes. Okay, what's your name? That's how that went. That's how that went, because I definitely, and then they had a young boy who would try and check me. And I tell him, I say, listen, I say, that's what I'm looking for. I say, you would be my type, you know. But if I were looking for that, if I were just looking for fun, I wasn't looking for nothing, I would have checked you. But now what I'm looking for, I'm looking for our family. I had one and I want one again. Women, we have to know what it is we're looking for. Know what we're looking for. And all of this has started with how you're getting these children, when you're getting these children, for who you're getting these children with. Check these people track record, what's going on with us. You know this man have 4 or 5 children out there. Is he caring for any of them? That's what in some other show it says. Go and do your background check. Go and do your background check. What kind of father this man is? He caring for his children? What's care? What it is he doing? You got to ask all these questions, because otherwise you're going to end up in a situation where you stop here, you get one. You stop there, you get one. You stop there, you get one. Before you know it, you got 8, 9 children by 7 different men. And all you getting is knock about your children, them getting abused, and you just have you going deeper and deeper and deeper and down this rabbit hole. So ladies, because we know better, we got this head, don't let them man bamboozle we. And sometimes they don't willfully breed. You have to keep you still. They keep you still to keep you home with a pack of children, and they out there along the road with woman. And you know this too. Let's get this heck together, man. You know, like you've been chilling with your girl head, touch your teeth. We say what's going on with these women out here. We be smart women, and we have to deal with it more serious than what it is we doing. Okay? I'm going to bring you our next one when we reach on the bottom. I just love in this wax series and my wax in the morning. Have a wonderful day. Blessings.